Hello friend, and welcome or welcome back on my channel, The Lone Engineer. Yeah, that's me. Um, so last time I made a video. This was about a small script that I just created in Python to be able to add background music on a video clip. And in that video we use that script to actually add the background music for my first video that I created for this channel. But what I'm thinking now is I could probably extend this script a little bit, and what I want to introduce is the possibility to fade in and out for the background music. So at the beginning there should be no background music, and it's going to start playing with increasing volume, and then at the end of that clip it should progressively get a reduced volume. That will be the first step, and the second step is at the end of the complete video clip I would like to restart playing this background music a little bit, again with some kind of fade in effect, so volume slowly increasing at the end of the clip. I feel that this is kind of a professional effect if you want to notify that okay, the video is finished, so you can go ahead and do something else in your life after that. So let's start again with the version we implemented the last time, and what I need to do first would be to try to retrieve the duration of the video clip itself, and for that I think I can use MoviePy directly, which would be the simpler option. So let's see and do that. If I just retrieve the clip, so I'm copying this part and I'm pasting that here, so that's my video clip, and I think if I just get duration in there, that would be the complete duration of the video clip in seconds. So let's try to display that. Video duration equal my clip point duration. There is something like that. Cool. So logger info video duration. I'm not quite sure what this would be. Should be a float, but let's just assume it's a string for now, just in case something is going wrong here. I don't want to execute all this process for the moment, so let's just comment that. Done writing. Okay, let's see if I can just quickly execute this. That's going to give me the, oh no, this file is not available anymore because I moved that. Yes. Can I show you this part? Yeah, we actually have this now. So it's in the rushes. Here I have the rush files. So we need that to adapt a little bit. Like that. Duration is in second 2209 seconds approximately. Good. Should be exactly what we need. Next step, once we have the video clip duration, what should I do? Let me think for a moment. Okay, next I need to do the fade out effect. So let's just remove this debug output, and I'm going to add an additional template code here. So ffmpeg fade in fade out effect. So it's going to use, I have some example text here. It's going to use a fade filter. So that's what it's supposed to look like. So again, a fade in why do you have a comma here? Oh, oh, you have the two effects apply on the same input, I would assume. Then another one for this part. Fade in, fade out, and that producing A2, and at the end we do a mix with A1, A2, two inputs, and we produce blah blah blah, the output file. Good. So let's uncomment the actual working code now. So before, what we were doing, we were just using a format, volume and so on. So can we maybe just use that again? So this is a voice channel, so we don't want to modify that, but for the background music channel, I'm wondering if this would work, or if I should, maybe I should do something else. Should add another line to be safe. That other line would be, you start with A1, which is the output that we provided here, and you do the fade in, fade out, producing A2 as a result. So the fade in, start time 10, no, start time should be 0, and duration 5, that's probably in seconds. So 5 seconds, why not? Fade out, start time 20, that's from the end of the audio stream normally, I think. And 10 seconds, I mean 5 seconds, yeah, but you may just as well then start later. Well, no, this way you can really just cut. Yeah, maybe it's a good effect, we'll see. And then when you do the mixing, you don't use A1 anymore, you would use A2. So normally this should produce our fade in, fade out for the first part, for the beginning of the background music and the video clip, beginning of the video clip. So let's try that already, we see how this works, and then we'll add the ending part, the second step I mentioned. I need to pause the video to do the recording and everything, or maybe I can just start it here. In fact, which one should I use? Not this one. I mean, I'm going to use this music, but I want to be using Nerve Proje video 1, compose, okay, the rush one, and then I need to add the music again. Music, happy, the weekend, go. Encoding started. Let's wait. Okay, so I just gave this a try, and it's working, except that what we have here when you do the fade out is really the start time from the beginning of the audio stream, not from the end. So it's going to start fading out after 20 seconds of play in this case. Not really what I want. I want this to start fading at the end of the background music stream itself. In this case, I think it's something like 2 minutes and 30 seconds or something like that. So definitely not 20 seconds. So I'm thinking maybe here I also need the duration of this audio clip. So could we, for instance, try to retrieve that? My audio MPE audio file clip. Audio duration. Okay, we'll still have a duration, and what we need to do in this case is start fading 20 seconds from the end of that clip. So let's insert audio duration minus 20. Should do the trick, and you take 5 seconds to do the fading. And actually I think the fading is a bit too fast, so let's also just introduce a configuration entry here which I called fade duration, and let's set that to 8 seconds by default. Fading duration. So where do we use this fading duration? First time here, and second time at the end here. Good. Should provide better result. I mean, it should end when I expect this to end, but let's not test that immediately. Let's just go ahead and add the other part I was thinking about. Other part will be we need to add again this background music toward the end of the video clip. Okay, so I need to take this background music and I need to apply a delay to that to stop towards the end of the video clip. So what will be the delay I need to apply? I have the full duration of the video clip. I have the duration of the audio clip also, and I could say I want to start playing that about 20 seconds before the end. So basically only the video clip duration is useful for the delay. So let's apply a delay. I would use again the background music as an input. Maybe we don't need that. And that would be a delay on this will produce an output called A3, and for delay we need the duration that would be let's compute it before, and delay is video duration minus 20 seconds again. And for this filter configuration we need to specify the delay we want per channel, and if we do not specify that per channel, I think we can also, no, we don't need that. We can also, let me check the documentation. Delay. Yes, we can specify the all equal 1 parameter and delays equal parameter. Let's try that. It should be a bit easier to use. I mean, in case you have multiple channels in your audio stream, that probably the best way to do it. So delays equal, and then you just type the duration that you want, and you add the little s, lowercase s, to signify that these are seconds. Otherwise, this would be considered to be milliseconds if you do not specify anything, or you can also specify capital S for number of samples. Here what we have are seconds, so let's just use small s, and delay, and then comma all equal 1. So starting with the audio stream on the input 1, we apply this delay, and we apply that on all the channel from the audio stream to produce A3. Next, with A3, we will perform again a fade in. We will not need the fade out. So fade in only, except that, oh, start time, is it going to be 0? I mean, I don't think so. I think that A3 is actually starting from the beginning of the video. It's just that the sound will be delayed at the time we specified here. But if you want to apply the fade in should start at that delayed time, if you understand what I mean. I'm not sure to understand correctly either, so we'll see. We'll play it a few times and see if that's what I'm expecting here. But what I'm expecting currently is that we need also to specify the end delay as a start time here, and then the fade duration should be 8 seconds, and we would be at max volume at the very end. Yeah, I think that could make sense. So the input for this one will be A3, and this would produce A4. Then what do we mix? I think that we are going to mix A0, A2 and A4, if this is possible. I'm not quite sure how this mix filter is working. Let's try that. It should work. 3 inputs. The duration is the first one. Dropout transition, I'm not sure what this is. We'll see. So I'm saving the changes here, and again let's try to redo the composition. Okay, I'm pausing the video during the encoding and we'll see. Okay, so I gave this a try, and actually it's not quite working at the end, but that's because I noticed that I have a typo here. I mean an error. It should not be A3 that we use, because A3 it should be A3. Oh, let me think again. Okay, technically it should be A3 because we start with the input 1 audio stream, we apply the delay, and this is producing A3, but we don't have any fade effect here, fade in effect. So we then just use A3, we apply the fade in effect starting at about the same time that we use for the delay, and then we use A4, and that's not working. Actually, I don't hear this sound at the end of the video clip, so I'm not quite sure what is not working here, but I have an idea. I'm going to try to invert those filters. So we start with the fading effect, and only after that we apply the delay effect, but in this case the start times should be 0 instead. Okay, and that's it. we will try again with this, but also at the same time, what I think now is a problem is this duration here. The background music at the beginning of the clip is too long, in fact, so I would like to make this, yeah, limited to 1 minute at most. So we'll not really need the full audio duration here, or maybe I should check, use a minimum value. So minimum value, I think do we have, yeah, we have min between this and total duration at most should be with the fade duration should be 1 minute. So what is the fade duration? I don't know, let's say 60 minus fade duration, and we take the minimum value between those two in seconds. Okay, trying this again. You know what, it's not even better. I mean, I just can't hear myself speaking anymore in the beginning of the video because the background sound is way too loud. And yeah, first thing is, here I'm using the raw input, whereas I should really be using the one with the reduced volume, so A1. So let's use A1, but it doesn't explain why I'm hearing this at the beginning of the video, because this part should be rather played toward the end of the video, which make me think that the delay itself is not applied correctly. So this here is not applied as expected. Probably need to display the command itself, but at the same time I'm thinking, okay, why not change that already? We have here a delay in number of seconds, so what I'm going to do is just convert that into an integer value and multiply that. I mean, I could multiply the result. So first I will, multiply the result, no, multiply the internally and then get the result. So I get the number in milliseconds and I convert that into integer value. Then if we display the integer value here in milliseconds, we don't need the s. Hopefully this would do the trick. Oh, nope, not quite working. Invalid stream specifier A1. Phew. You mean I don't have the right to reuse A1? Could be. I must say that I'm not very familiar with those ffmpeg filters, so I'm learning also in this process, obviously. So let's call that we're using A2, A3, A1B, and so let's try to use A1B here, producing A3, then A4, A0, A2, A4, okay. Sounds better. Nope, still not quite working. I was at about 1 minute and 15 seconds and I can still hear sound of the background music, whereas with this I would really expect to hear nothing from the background after 1 minute. playback. So more thinking required here. I'll get back to you in a moment. Okay, stupid me. I didn't notice that there was still a 5 here for the duration. So effectively when using a fade duration of 8, I was writing here 58. So yeah, let's remove this. Will certainly help. And I was also trying to play with a small duration. Let's keep it to 5 for the moment. And yeah, after 1 minute, I should still not hear anything anymore. I hope this time it's going to work as expected. Okay, so now the beginning sound is working as expected. So let's do some cleaning. Let's not clean too much because now we need to tackle the ending part. This will be needed. We also need to apply the fade in effect here, then the delay, and then we apply the mixing with the 3 different streams. Oh, would be good if this could be working. Let's wait one more time. Cool. So yeah, this is finally working as I wanted it to work. So I have my beginning background music and ending background music also, with the fading fade out effect, except at the end where we only have the fade in and then we keep the maximum volume for a few seconds. So that's okay from my perspective. The effect is cool this way. And that's it. That's all we need to do here. This line is not needed. And thank you for watching this video. If you made it this far, it's a bit long again. Next time we'll try to make shorter recording if possible. You never know. Bye bye and see you another time.